So we've created a subroutine. Let's look at how we can do some more advanced functionality with those subroutines, because there are a few other tricks that the subroutines can do that might be pretty useful for you. So let's go back into Blind and look at that particular queue, which was queue number 1, I believe. And we still have a subroutine here that's a real basic one. It's just 4 steps, and it's basically automatically running through 4 different queues. Let's say I want to edit the order of these queues. It's very simple. I can pick, again, just hitting step, using my arrow keys to move around. Let's say I want 102 to be first. I can just type 102 and type 101 on the second one. So now I've got queue 102 being the first step. And maybe I want to add a step 5 and I want it to go back to maybe 103. So I can use the same queue. Again, the queues are my building blocks, so I can use them over and over and over again. It's no problem at all. If I need to speed up or slow down the subroutine, I can edit the timing all at once, or I can edit each step individually. I'm going to do it all at once just so you can see how that works. And I'm going to pick, using my soft key, step 1 through 5. Now they're all selected. I can use my arrow keys to arrow over to the up time. And I'm going to change this to 1 second. Now by default, the down time and the follow time will all change to 1. This is so that the queues kind of just follow each other, one right after the other. But I can go in and change the downtime and the follow time. Increasing the follow time, for instance, might add some space in between those queues. So again, it's not recorded, so I'm going to record enter. And one last thing I want to do is I want to add a step 6, but I want to change what this step is going to do. And I'll show you that here. So I'm going to say select step number 6. Now instead of being a queue, I can go over here to soft key 8. And this is a soft key called style. And I hit style, and my command prompt is now going to give me 4 different options that I can do for this step. The first one is loop, so I can actually have this subroutine loop. I can have the subroutine bounce, which means the subroutine will start at the top, go to the bottom, and then reverse itself and go backwards through the subroutine. Jump to queue means that I could, when the subroutine reaches that step, I could jump to a specific queue in my queue list. It just goes right to it. Or hold for go. This is an option where I can put it at the end of my subroutine or in between steps in the subroutine, where the subroutine will just kind of stop and wait for a manual press of the go button. What I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to make it a loop, so I'm going to hit option number 1. And now I have the ability to change the number of times that it's going to loop from infinite, which is the default, to maybe I just want to say twice. And I'm going to record enter. Now one thing to remember about the loop is it's not loop 2 times, it's loop to the start 2 times, which means that the first time through is time number 1, and it will loop back to the start 2 times. So a loop to start 2 times means the subroutine will actually go through 3 times. So that's something to remember. So if you want it to go just twice, you have to loop once. But let's see what this looks like. And now I sped it up so we can watch what's happening. I'm going to go back out to my live display, and I'm going to run Q1. And you'll see that the order was reversed, first of all. And we're just zipping through here. And when it is done looping, it will just stop and wait for me to hit go, which will in this case move us on into queue number 2. And the subroutine actually ran my queues up in the 100 levels, but I'm still in my queue list, so I can continue on with my show. So those are some of the advanced functionality that you can do with a subroutine on your Express console.